All right, so it's up on the screen now. It's Sabine Wren. So, Ranger, I know
Sabine, not
Sabine.
Sabine,
Yeah,
Sabine.
I don't like doing the
Good.
pronunciations. He's still Savage Opress to me, but I've been converted to saying Savage. But fine, Sabine Wren. And so this is going to be more of a support character. Ranger will go a little bit more kind of into her background, but one of the things is that uh, Ezra was more of an attacker. We had him be one of the three ability characters. So there's a few of those in the game, like GS and Tusken Raider, who have only three abilities. They have the basic, the special, and then a unique. So that's what we kind of modeled for Ezra. For Sabine, we went more of like the support route. So she has a basic, she has two specials, neither of which actually have a set damage amount, although one of them does do damage, which we'll get into, and then she has a unique also. So do you want to give a little background on Sabine first, Stranger, for all of our
Yeah,
viewers?
Sabine. Yeah. So Sabine she's a Mandalorian. She's from a clan, and I can't really get into that because I'll spoil some stuff for the show, especially with season 3 coming up. So I can't really say anything about that. She is a very dynamic character because she's very artistic in not only just art itself. She likes to graffiti everywhere, but she's also very cunning and very tactical. She is a Mandalorian, so she's raised with that warrior culture, and you see it in her in the way she fights, and the way she acts. Extremely kind, very headstrong character, but she's very smart in the sense that she's very mature for her age. She's still very young, and she still has a lot to learn. And she has grown as the series has grown. But she's known for her dual wielding, and she's also known for her big bombs that she likes to hit you with out of the blue. You know, she's that expert, infiltration expert that you need as far as the ghost crew that can look at structures and say, okay, this is how we're going to get in and get out. You know, she's your high powered Mandalorian that has all the gadgets and stuff that you would think with a Jango Fett or a Boba Fett. And I mean, she's really a great character. She's one of my favorites in the show. And I really like where they're going with her this season as well. So that's kind of a little bit of a background on her. So Finn, why don't you get into some of the now based off that? The way this usually works is, you know, Finn will um, come up with it could be one. You know, when we're doing our show notes, you know, there's a lot of work that goes in the background of this. Um, Now, for each one of these characters, what we do is Finn will say which one we want to work on, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll pick one, and then from there, he'll start asking me, okay, what is the character? How can we translate what they do in the show into how it would work in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes? So I'll start throwing ideas out there, and then Finn will take those, and then we'll start, you know, formulating plans of different abilities and things that they can do, and then you know, finalizing it. So it's a process. You know, we don't just pull these out of the hat. So Finn, why don't you kind of cover some of the abilities we have, and we can kind of break those down.
Sure. So we start off with her basic attack. Basic attack is called Ricochet, and she deals basic damage to a target enemy and has a 50% chance to attack a second target after her first. So this will be a different target, kind of similar to Magma Trooper in what the basic ability does, not so much Leia or FOTP. The damage is roughly around 3,000, so it's not going to be high end. It's going to be kind of mid-range damage, but she's a support character, so it fits more with the style of the character. Then you have Surprise Surprise, which is going to be a special. This is going to be where she actually places detonators. So you have to have a detonator ability for her, being that she's all into the explosives and whatnot. So she'll go around, she'll place detonators on all the characters, and she'll have a chance to also remove turn meter. So 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter. This one is a level 7 ability, if you notice. So this one is not one that would be able to be upgraded with an Omega. The basic does go up to level 8. So we're trying to balance out every aspect of this character as we're going through it as well. So this
Yeah,
one,
another thing we can do is yeah, surprise, surprise, because she usually is. So a lot of times you can just see her. She just pops open her little detonation thing, and you see her touch her arm or something. All of a sudden, explosions go off everywhere. So you can just do where she just kind of stands still. There's her arms up, hits a couple buttons on her arm, and boom, everybody gets exploded. There's a lot of ways you could do the animation on that.
Yeah. And then we go to Surprise Fire, which is where she explodes all detonators. Targets have a 50% chance to be affected by speed down, and on a critical hit, targets have a 20% chance to be stunned. We're looking at this right now in terms of the Ghost Crew. So you'll see that she's a Ghost Crewman type also. But the thing is that this ability also would work pretty well with Zam Wessel, as I was looking at it afterwards, and just other detonation-based characters. So she could be pretty versatile in this game with these abilities. Maybe even form like a detonator meta moving forward. What would you think about that, Ranger? A detonator meta.
I would love it. It would be fun because she is, one of the things is she's deadly with her pistols, and she's so tactical and so good with her, the explosives she sets. I mean, she's a technical expert on weapons and strategy and weapons of all kinds, but a lot of explosives. And you see her at critical junctions, use explosives in a way that is super creative, and that's why we give it the what it does is pretty much what it does in the show. 50% chance to be affected by speed down. Well, yeah, you just had a bomb go off near you. You just got thrown in the air. You're a little bit slower than you were before. And you could be stunned. Your head's ringing. So we kind of translate what happens in the show to what they actually can do in the game. And I thought that was a really good one.
And just because I saw this in the YouTube chat, just to kind of mention again, this is one of the things we like to do on our stream, which is just kind of create characters that we want to see in this game ahead of CG. So maybe we can give them ideas. We know that development teams often take a while in order to create characters, and there's a lot that goes into it with the balancing and whatnot. So we're trying to save them a little bit of time and actually create these characters for them. And right now we're focusing on Star Wars Rebels. And if you're just joining us, last week we did Ezra, and today we're doing Sabine.
Absolutely. And what's the last one, my friend?
And the last one is her unique ability. It's called Pinpoint Aim. She'll gain 10% accuracy and potency for each Ghost Crewman ally. And if an ally is evaded, so this is any ally now, not just Ghost Crewman. So if an ally is evaded,
attack.
If an attack is evaded, then if one of her attacks, so I'm reading it wrong here. So if an attack is evaded, she gains accuracy up and potency up for one turn. Potency up, by the way, is a mechanic. I'm not sure if it's in the game or not, so we're introducing it now.
We'd like to see it.
Yep. With all the stuff that's going on now, and there's tenacity up with Yoda, we need a potency up too. So give potency up to Sabine.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, especially for what she does, she definitely wants potency. So, I mean, is this the perfect way to make this character? By all means, no. We think it's pretty good. But, again, what are your thoughts? What do you think about what we put up there? We're going to keep doing this for all the Star Wars Rebels characters. We're going to do it all for the Rogue One characters before they launch them. We may go back and cover some of the characters that are from the original saga that are not in the game yet. There's a lot of things and routes we can go. So we're going to keep doing this. I think it's fun. I think it's something fun to discuss, pros and cons too. So, yeah, absolutely.
All right. And so this kind of... Go ahead, Ranger.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say that we're going to start off with the Rebels characters as we're going through this. If you guys have suggestions for characters also, not just comments on ours, but just characters you've been working on, then please go ahead and send those to us also.
Yeah, if you want us to, like, if we get a lot of people say, hey, why don't you do the First Inquisitor? We'll do that. We can always bounce around a little bit. Absolutely. But that's based on your feedback. So it's important that you guys, share your thoughts and what you'd like to see. We're here to kind of give you the show and information that you guys would like to hear and see and stuff like that. So
we have had a correction to something I just said, by the way. So
what did you say?
The Boom Boys points out, and he's right, that Kit Fisto has a potency up ability, but he's also very much pay to play, and Ranger and I are both free to play. So we don't even think about Kit Fisto when we're looking at these, but you're correct. There is a potency up.
True.
So I will amend my statement by saying Sabine should be a free-to-play player that allows everybody to get potency up.
There you go. Good catch. See, that's the kind of stuff we like.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the Ezra thing. So, cool. I like that. I like the feedback.